Hey guys, welcome back to Ars Texas Homestead. Today we're gonna make chocolate chip cookies in a jar. I'm gonna make another jar like this, and then I'm actually gonna make a batch of it so you can see how the whole recipe goes. And then we're gonna bake some and freeze some, so we have lots of different conveniences. We have it ready to go in the jar, or we have it in the freezer, so all we gotta do is bake it. So I'm gonna bring you down here and get started. So to start, we're going to start with 1 3/4 cup of flour. So in your mason jar, just put a funnel on top, so it's easier to get in there. So we'll put a cup of flour in our jar and a cup of flour in the bowl. Let me switch this so you can actually see how the jar comes out. And then 3/4 of a cup. And then we're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. Ooh, make this one a little less. That was a lot going in there. And then the baking soda. So, do you ever want something sweet, but you don't feel like getting everything out to bake it? So these are convenient ways to have them ready to go. So if you're feeling super lazy, you already got them in the freezer. All you gotta do is bake them. Or if you're just a little bit lazy, you got it in the jar. You just gotta add the wet ingredients, and then you're ready to go. Or if you want to just make the whole thing from scratch, you can make it all that way. So we're going to shake this a little bit to get it leveled out, and then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup packed brown sugar. So I got a 1/4 cup spoon, and you want to pack it down in there. So with the brown sugar, you can kind of pack it down in there. If you have a recipe that doesn't have brown sugar, you just kind of make a mess trying to pack it in there, but the brown sugar helps. So then we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of white sugar. And then just our chocolate chips. So it says 2 cups, but I can't ever fit 2 cups in here, so I pretty much just fill it to the top. So it's just a little less than 2 cups. I could put a few more in there. Now if you wanted to add nuts, you could add like 1/2 cup of nuts in there also. Doing it like this, it's good on your shelf for a year. Once you add the nuts in there, then it's only good for like 3 months because the nuts go rancid. So you're going to seal that up, and then we're going to put a label on it so we don't forget what it is. put the date. They probably won't last a year. They never do, but just in case. Okay, so we're gonna add the chocolate chips to this one that we're gonna bake. Now we can start adding the ingredients we would add if we were gonna actually just start baking it. So you're gonna add 2 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla. I always just eyeball it because I like vanilla. And then half a cup of, 3/4 of a cup of butter. But I gotta soften mine up a little bit. I'll be right back. So, 3/4 of a cup, so 3 sticks. No, this is half. That would have been a lot of butter. That's half a cup. So half of another stick. And then you mix it all together. Actually, I should have done the eggs and the butter and the vanilla by themselves. So I'm just gonna take this other bowl that I had the exact same thing in. I'm gonna beat the butter real quick. So it's a little softer. So when you make it, do the butter, vanilla, and eggs in a separate bowl and then put it all in there. But we're gonna make it work. So we're gonna beat the butter. We're just gonna add it in here now. If you did it like I did where you just put everything in there, you might have to use your hands to get it all mixed up, but I got it. It looks just like regular chocolate chip cookie dough. So we're gonna, that's a little big. Let me see if I got a teaspoon. You're gonna get a teaspoon and just drop them on your sheet, cookie sheet. You want to space them out a little bit because they will spread. Okay, so we're gonna put these in the oven. Oh, I gotta turn my oven up. 375 for 8 to 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna get another cookie sheet, put the parchment paper on there, and get them ready to go in the freezer. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay. So here's the rest of our cookie dough. We're gonna put this in the freezer like 30 minutes to an hour. They'll be frozen enough you can put them in a bag and then keep them in the freezer so they're ready to bake when you're ready for some cookies. So I'm gonna get these in there and I'm gonna bring you back when the others are done baking. So here's how our chocolate chip cookies came out. A little browned on the edges, still a little soft in the middle. I'm gonna let them cool on the cookie sheet for 5 minutes or so and put them on a wire rack to finish cooling. So I'll bring you back when the other ones are frozen and these are all cooled off and show you what we're gonna do with them.